right. Gonna be a Baptist preacher so that I won't have to work. Well, I'm in the pulpit, jumping up and down, 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 down. Yeah, I'm in the pulpit, jumping up and down. Okay. Well, I've been hollering good news all the miles around. My sister jumped up now, ooh, she began to grin. Yeah, she did. Well, my sister jumped up, ooh, she began to grin. She said, good Lord have mercy, please forgive me for my sins. Forgive me now, please, please, please.
Good evening.
Evening.
Happy New Year.
I think, are we muted still? Oh, no,
No, we're on. Don't panic. We're here.
We're on, lad.
I'll do the technology, mate.
Do you reckon the Anglican churches have us, Tom?
I don't think they would.
I don't think they would either.
Why?
They'd have you.
They would have me.
Join the
They've
Baptist
tried
church.
to,
Tried
haven't
to
they?
have you, didn't they? Tried to sell you.
No. Tried to sell me.
Tried to traffic you.
The Anglican Church.
The Anglican church
Tried
were
to
all over
traffic
you,
me.
yeah? They
Yeah.
tried to, steal you. That's the word I'm looking
Yeah.
for. Not traffic you. That was
Not
wrong, wasn't it?
traffic me.
Yeah.
Why are we even talking about? We're talking about the Anglicans because we got Mikey in.
We've got Mikey in.
Guess who's back?
And surprise guest.
Surprise.
All the way from.
Woo! Charlie, all the way from Australia. How you doing, Charlie?
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Alan. And thank you, Rev, for having me on board. What an honour it is to be inside this shed. And as you guys mentioned before we went on, you call it Australasia.
That's
No,
it.
that's the continent.
Oh, it was Oceania.
No.
Well, that's it.
No, it's Australasia, the continent.
It depends where
You
you're
might
from.
call it Oceania, but that doesn't matter.
Well, wait.
Even though you're from there, your opinion is irrelevant.
You don't get the chance to name something.
Do you know what though? I made the point earlier that
What?
Alan thought Australasia. He
No.
he just spelled Australia wrong. That's what he thought.
Australasia.
I can't spell anyway, but I know what Australasia is.
You know what?
And
I've got
Australia.
a confession.
Go on.
The only
What?
reason why I said Australasia is because that's what it's called on Risk.
Yeah,
Risk.
exactly.
It's called that in the world.
That's because it's the continent. That's what it
On
is.
a- on a
That's what's
globe,
happening.
though.
It might
Yeah, on a
have
globe.
changed. Not like they've changed words that you can't say anymore because they're offensive.
Oh, here we
Australasia
go.
might have been
Don't get him
offensive, mightn't it?
started. Do not
could
get
be.
him
But
started.
back in the day, in our geography books,
yeah,
it was Australasia. Continent.
Charlie, it's
Not
so
a consonant. Anyway, Charlie.
Charlie,
I'll have a
it's
vowel, please.
Continental contest at its finest.
It's so good to have you in from
it's
Tasmania.
great. No, that's a different country again.
He said he's from Tasmania before.
No, he didn't. That's
From Melbourne.
Melbourne, Australia.
You
Alan's
lied
gone-
to me already, Charlie.
Well,
I
the
was going to
only
ask you
thing
if
that's
the devil
separate-
was real.
Someone come and get Alan.
Look, so the only thing that separates Melbourne and Tasmania is the Spirit of Tasmania boat. And
So an
that's-
ocean, effectively.
Yeah, it's
is
an
what-
ocean, effectively.
You said before we went on air, you were from Tasmania.
I said Melbourne, but I think you were talking to Joycey at the time.
Joyce. I love that you call Joyce Joycey.
Joycey.
I mean,
we
that's
call
just
her
brilliant.
Bomb.
Joyce
We call
and
her, we call her J-Bomb. That's what we call
J-Bomb.
her.
J-Bomb.
Yeah, right.
J-Bomb, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
very
what she gets
good.
called affectionately in our place.
Well,
Well,
you'd hope it was
maybe not
affectionate.
affectionately sometimes as well, but
But so all the way from Australia, Charlie.
Melbourne, not Tasmania.
Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah.
I have been to Tassie once, and that would have been
Tassie.
2013.
Yeah.
And would have been October or November. Actually, no,
Good.
probably only once. I can't remember. But here I am,
We
inside
don't
a
need
shed.
the specifics about what month it was. You know, like, you know, like.
The fact is, though, mate,
We love the way you're rocking the neighbours look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look
You
at
hear
I mean,
Scott from
give
Neighbours.
Give it a shake.
Give it
That
a
is
shake.
A thing of wow.
Wow.
gorgeous. Whoa.
Actually, I need to talk about the shake
Go on.
because I do community football umpiring. It would be during the winter season.
Yeah.
And all I hear from the kids, I'm not sure if they live up to me or whatnot, but every time I'm on the boundary and after there's a behind score in a community football Aussie rules game,
Okay.
all they say to me is shake it, like shake the hair.
Yeah.
But I just ignore it most of the time.
Shake it.
So this is so
wanna
I
shake
thought
it.
everyone in Australia still rocked the mullet. Or is
It's
that like
become
just
trending, especially throughout the lockdowns we had. Now, for us,
No one can get a haircut.
for us Victorians, we had 7 of them, thanks to our state
seven
premier.
lockdowns?
7 lockdowns.
Wow.
Heavy that.
Did you obey the rules all the time?
When it got up to lockdown 6, I started to get a bit shaky, and
Not
I
gonna lie to
decided
you, on
go.
lockdown
Yeah.
2, I was all over it.
You're like,
But
Lockdown 1 was great. Lockdown
Charlie,
2, you're having a laugh now.
Yeah.
the sequel.
See,
it's just as good as the original.
Charlie, it's not been locked down for a while, so how you still kept the mullet though? You've not.
he's out of the country.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
have, and
it's
I
great.
feel in
love
some
it, mate.
people's perspective, there's been more rewards than it was back during lockdown.
Yeah.
But I felt it was worth persisting in 2019.
In your mulletness.
Yeah, I just felt halfway through 2019, I'm just going to roll with this because I've never done it in my life.
Yeah.
And this is what it is now. Of course, it divides opinion, and there's a lot of topics in life that
It's controversial.
Yeah.
divided opinion amongst other human beings, but it's the way it is.
You effectively have the look that I wish I could have, Charlie, because there's 2 things that I can no longer do. Well, one I could never do.
Grow facial hair.
The first one is facial hair. I
Yeah.
wish I could rock a moustache, but I literally cannot. I've been able to father
He only
children,
shaves once every 8 months.
but I've not been able to grow facial hair as of yet. But also, I did used to have hair not totally dissimilar to yours before I was married, but then don't show that picture. But when I
You
got
know what's going
married,
on.
it's not, honestly.
Go on the socials tomorrow.
But socials. Listen to him as if he
That's
knows
it.
technology.
Socials.
So, Charlie, when I got married, my lovely wife, and it was worth the sacrifice, but she did say,
But you have a wife. You didn't tell me this.
I know, it's amazing.
Only looks 14, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And 3 children. But she said I
Oh,
couldn't.
wait, yeah, you did 2 on the car trip. Silly me. Carry on.
Yeah,
Charlie rarely listens.
she basically said I couldn't have the haircut anymore. So it went. But you keep rocking it.
You got
mate.
dictated by her.
Well, yeah, well,
Oh, controversial. It's gone straight in there,
yeah,
Charlie.
let's not do that. Right?
Emma,
That's
come
an
on, back to
aggressive
it.
Australian agenda. People are loving having you in it already. People loving the hairdo. Very
Really?
good.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
people watching.
There are
Yeah.
some.
About
Okay.
3.
Oh, yes.
Ray's asking where's Charlene.
Charlene.
Pete's saying brilliant mullet, which is good.
Yeah.
Tao saying my Riley wants a mullet. He gets told where to go. Wants a mullet. He gets told where to go. Very good.
To
Good-
get one.
To get one.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's good. That's kind.
Yeah,
good
that's
mothering.
very
There's
well
a brand
done.
new hashtag in there as well, which
Is there?
says hashtag
Show us your mullet.
Love
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
it. Charlie's going to be trending by the end of the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Well, just about the mullet very
Go on.
quickly while you're
Okay.
sorting out the comments. So
Yeah.
I rolled into your household this evening, not like a sausage roll, just walked in. But I went in with my hair tied back
Yeah.
because I've had more of an emphasis when it comes to being at my jobs and also exercising is I want more of a professional look because I had that flurry of mumps.
You don't need to worry about that, Ian.
Yeah. And then you guys just said, nah, let it loose. That's what happened.
Gotta let it flow.
Yeah, let it go.
Don't
mate.
have the man bun on the top.
No.
You don't like it?
No, don't go for the
No, not
man bun on the
bun.
top.
Okay.
No, not like the Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
for Bale.
Yeah.
The Gareth.
The Bale second time around back to Tottenham.
Yeah.
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 No,
Very
I don't want
good.
a man bun.
No.
No.
Well, welcome to Finnegan's
Yes,
for 2023. It's so good to have you back in
First
again.
one.
First one of the year.
Yeah.
And do you know what? We were gonna
It's a
do.
bonus episode, isn't it?
It is because we were going to do a pre-record one this
We
week
were.
and have the week off, but then
Yeah.
we heard the possibility of drawing in
Yeah. International guests.
international
Yeah.
guests, and we thought, wow,
We can't
can't miss
pass
that
up.
opportunity, and
No.
so here we are.
So here we are, yeah.
And so, Charlie, I know you've watched some of Finnegan's all the way from Australia, and you've dropped a comment there, one or two, which I've loved. But I would say, oh no, and a couple of offensive comments as well. I
One
remember
of the
now.
first comments he asked was, "Oh, Mikey, this Laura lady's really funny. Are you older or younger than your sister?" And I was like, "Bro, that's my wife."
That's hilarious. But for those who are uneducated, Finnegan's is this is a secret location. This is where the finest in the northwest and from across
and from
the world,
Australasia,
from other continents.
Oceania.
They come for an evening. They come for a beer. We come for a chat. Me and Alan are Baptist ministers. We've got Mikey in tonight, who is a Anglican.
He's rocking the Anglican
Look at
frock
that, he's
tonight,
even
doesn't he?
got- I'm
He's
the
got
rev
the, he's got
tonight.
the stuff on.
Yeah, and we chat about life. We chat about what's going on. We chat about what we've been up to. We talk about faith.
We talk nonsense, basically.
We talk nonsense,
for
but
about
just,
an hour.
just like
And you
when
draw a
go-
crowd as well.
Just like when we
we
go
do-
to
I
when you
don't-
go to pub with your mates, you just
Yeah.
talk nonsense, don't you?
Yeah.
You just want to talk because it's the first time you've had the opportunity. Because your wife normally just keeps going, doesn't she?
Well,
Never
easy
stops.
now, easy now, and also I
No
guess
comments.
over Christmas we've all been with our families and just having a fantastic, lovely
Yeah,
time,
been-
special
it's been
memories.
lovely.
But now you need to come out of the house, come down to Finnegan's,
Yeah.
have a
Come
good
down to
evening
Finnegan's.
in the pub.
Get a word in edgeways. You'll be all right.
You'll be great.
You'll
And
be
so
fine.
I thought what we could start with tonight is New Year's resolutions.
New Year's
2023.
resolutions.
Does anyone have any New Year's resolutions?
Have you?
I've got the same old ones, the boring ones. But if you've got any, put them in the
the
comments, and we'll read
see
them
what
out.
they are,
We'll see
yeah.
what they are. But
I
what
think Tal's going to start running.
Tao's going to start running.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Running away from you.
From
Look,
Tory
you're right.
Tom. Running away from Tory Tom.
Yeah, Dawn's saying, so young, Tom, you look so young to have 3 children.
He does, doesn't he?
Thanks, Dawn.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm actually one of Tom's children.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you know.
Daddy!
Wow.
This podcast.
He's
took-
probably
took a
young
turn.
enough to be one of your kids.
This
Just
is a-
about.
Tom, you are the father.
No. Tom, you are my father.
Paternity test.
Tom, you are my father. Amazing. I've not been to Australia before. But, very good. So that's completely thrown me.
Yeah.
So
We were
New Year's
talking about
resolutions.
New Year's
Do
resolutions.
you guys have any New Year's
Yeah.
resolutions?
Yeah, I do.
Go on.
It sounds a bit like soppy, a little bit. But
Go on.
for those of you who know, I've got 3 kids as well. I know I look a bit young to have 3 kids.
No
as
one's
well,
saying
but-
that.
Yeah, no one said that. They're like, Mikey, you look knackered, mate. You look like you've got 10 kids. But no, I want to help. Particularly my oldest daughter, she's 5 now. I want to start helping them like fit into like a specialization that I think they'll be really good at. You know, so I think like with Nell, she's like a natural born performer. So
I don't know where this is going.
I didn't know
at
if
the
you were
moment.
being serious.
I don't know whether he's being
No, I'm
serious
being
or taking the
serious.
mic.
I'm
Being serious. Being serious.
I'm being scouse as well.
Go, so you're gonna
And so
you're gonna become a pushy parent.
Yeah.
No, not
You want to
like
live
that.
your life through your
wanna-
kids.
He already is.
I want to let
Yeah.
her.
You're going to
like,
make it a Premier
grow in-
League footballer, aren't you?
Mate,
She'd play
wish
for Everton.
it'd Be totally, Everton could do with it, to be fair.
Get in there.
Okay, so
Up front.
what's
So,
Ray
like-
gonna be up to?
Yeah, so Nell, I want like if she wants to like do singing or dancing, like
yeah.
get her into that. I think with Ray, like she's quite focused. She's quite like a logical kid, so maybe like chess, but also like she's quite a tough kid. So I reckon she'd do great with some martial
Boxing.
arts or
Nice.
something like that. And George,
You don't want to teach your kids to box, especially when they get a
George-
little bit older.
yeah,
Punch your head in.
fill you in. Hey, Dad, do you remember that time you tickled me non-stop?
And what about George? What was the final one for George?
For George, he's too young. He's going to carry on just eating chocolate and
2 things there,
building
straight away.
train sets.
Your New Year's resolutions are for other people.
Yeah.
You're going to make your kids do
Yeah.
stuff
The
for
thing
New
is,
Year's.
Tom,
And second thing,
I'm already perfect, you see.
and the second one is, You always give up by the third child. That's what you've done there.
Yeah.
Got this for this one, this one. Number three.
He's
Number
only
three.
two.
Nothing.
He's only two,
Whatever.
but you're right. We
I
don't
bet you
care
don't
about
even
that.
lick his dummy now when you drop it on the floor, do you?
Don't
Mate,
sterilise the
Never mind,
bottles.
sterilise it.
No, I mean, you're
First
right.
one,
All
sterilised
went out
dummy,
the window.
sterilised bottle. Second one, who's bothered? Third one,
Yeah.
feed yourself.
And Charlie, we chatted before, and you're quite a motivated person. I
Yes.
imagine you've got some resolutions on the go
goals
or some targets
this year.
already in life that you're going
This is
for.
going to be so boring,
Okay.
so generic, and so general.
Go on.
And that is become a 37 times better version of myself than I was at the start of the year. And by doing that, you improve yourself 1% per day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's almost a Tom's top tip.
That is.
Yeah.
That was nearly Tom's
was-
top
Almost,
tip.
that's better than any Tom's top tip.
Easy.
You improve
never-
yourself 1% each day by
Yeah,
being
just-
37 times better than yourself.
By
But
the
by
end
the
of
end
the
of the
year.
year.
Alan's already got it wrong.
No, the thing is,
already-
we just
in
asked Alan
fairness-
to do maths.
I reckon I could be 60% better than myself.
yeah. It depends where you're starting.
where you
You're quite
start,
a low
yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
So,
Set a low bar,
Well done.
smashing it.
37%. I mean, you've rounded up there on the percentages, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
thank
Charlie, I love it.
How are you going to
Depends if
do
it's
that,
illegal.
Charlie?
What are you going to do?
Because that
Charlie?
sounds amazing,
That sounds fantastical.
but
I
put
feel
some,
it's best for me to follow my passions and what
Yeah.
my targets are. So, for example, my passion, like some others in this world, would be sports broadcast or journalism.
Very
And
good.
if I find a little bit of hustle every single day, just even a tiny bit, or even doing a project on my own work, I'll do that. And if I've done that, then I've done my day done. You wake up with determination and you go to bed with satisfaction.
this is why the Australians win at tennis and cricket and everything.
know.
They're focused.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just thinking about like getting on the bus or something. You know what I mean?
Getting on the
when I was
bus.
his age, 22.
Oh, I thought that was your New Year's resolution to get on the bus.
I've give up doing New Year's resolutions.
Well, someone at Pete's, he said,
Because
who
what's
is
the
it?
point?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my New Year's resolution is to not have any New Year's resolutions.
Not because I don't need to get better at stuff.
Yeah.
I need to get better at lots of stuff.
Amen.
I'm just rubbish. So I can't be bothered even trying.
There comes to a point where you think, I can't.
I can't do this.
It can be tiring, though, New Year's resolutions, can't they?
Yeah,
To
'cause
find the
it's-
discipline, to find the drive. It is hard. I've got some tips later. You'll be happy
What's
to know.
your New Year's resolution?
Oh, well, just the classic.
Well, you've
I
said
don't
that
know.
twice
Well,
now and
if
haven't
you
answered.
don't, if you haven't noticed, I've put on a bit of weight in the last decade.
He's sucking his belly in. He's literally sucking his belly in as he talks to me.
So, basically, Charlie,
It's all in your cheeks.
Charlie,
Dad,
it
why
does-
haven't you told me this yet? I thought we were family.
Charlie, what I'm going to say, son, is enjoy. Fathers, this is
Enjoy being 22.
yeah. Words from your father. It basically you have a window of life where
Yeah.
you can enjoy it without consequence.
Yeah.
In terms
That's
of,
a good way to
I'm
put it.
thinking
You
of
can eat
like,
as many kebabs as you want
Yeah.
at this
We
point.
had one last night, to be
There
fair.
you
You
go.
know.
You can eat
Mikey's
as many.
not in-
Mikey's
not in that window
pushing it.
anymore.
Yeah.
But you can have as many kebabs as you want at
Yeah,
this point.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it because suddenly you can't.
So you get to a point where basically your body doesn't bounce back anymore. That's
No.
where I am. And so
I'm past it.
I hurt my finger playing footy the other day. I mean, what?
How'd you hurt your finger
Yeah,
playing
well,
footy?
I was in goal because I'm too fat to run. So the ball,
Is this why you can't catch towel?
and now basically that finger is going to take probably a good while to recover, isn't it? Because it's just
That's
you
your
don't-
old. No,
you don't
that's
heal
diabetes.
fast. Aye, which is
Oh,
my
man.
favourite leg? I don't know.
You're left-footed,
Well,
aren't
I've
you?
got to
Are
choose,
you
haven't I,
left-footed as well
eventually?
as left-handed?
Yeah.
Ah.
So this year,
It's a complete wrong.
I'm going to get fit. And you're not.
getting
You're not
fit?
going to. Well, not fit. No, not fit.
You're going to lose weight, get fit,
I'm
grow
gonna
a tash.
be healthy, grow facial hair.
Grow
Grow the
facial
back of
hair.
your hair,
That's
and then you're gonna hashtag
No.
show us your mullet.
take some. Yeah. Very good. Okay. All right. Well, that's a bit of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Are we done now? Is that the whole thing?
People need to tell us what they're drinking as well as their
Oh,
New Year's
let us know what
resolutions.
you're
We're,
drinking.
we're on the
Yeah.
bog standard
Carling,
Carling
that's
tonight.
fine.
Bog
Classic
standard.
tins.
Don't they? The Australian one. That's not good, is it?
Foster's.
Foster's.
I,
Yeah, that's
now,
not good.
I need to
No, it's
tell a
awful.
little story about this. So any
Okay.
pub that I've been since I've come to this country that has Foster's on tap, I'm going for it because it's one of the oldest Australian beers.
But that some
It's
things that are
brewed
old.
in the United Kingdom. No, the one in
Yeah.
England.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so carbon copy in its finest.
Okay.
So as long as it tastes better than it does in England, because in England it's not
England.
good.
Yeah,
It's
he's just
not
said
good.
in England if he sees one, he's got to get it.
Yeah.
'cause he
Oh,
loves
is
it.
it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I've had a few.
You got to support your economy though.
That's
Back,
right.
back at home.
Indeed. Tom, have you got the next topic ready? Because I have one already up my sleeve.
Let me just do so.
Sure,
Do you
no
know
worries.
what, Charlie? The idea of letting you lead us tonight terrifies me. Charlie, hold up your notebook. Hold up your notebook.
Has he got a notebook?
Charlie's got
Charlie's
one.
got
Charlie's got
notes.
notes.
Look at that.
Oh, he's got more prep than us.
He's amazing.
Charlie really wanted to impress his dad this
Yeah.
evening. To be fair.
The first time they've met, so, you know.
Yeah.
Did I do good, Dad? Very good. Let me just do some, see what people are saying. New Year's resolutions.
What
I
have,
bet
Barbara-
people still commenting. That's
They
a-
are.
yeah,
They
okay.
are.
Oh, yeah.
There are still a few people in. So Barbara's saying,
go
my
ham.
what's a New Year's resolution? To check your text before sending. Yeah, and I'm still offended by what you sent to me, Barbara. I'm not.
That's Crumpet Barbara.
Ray says he's going to do all the things my wife suspects me of doing last year, so I should be busy. Tao's going for Strong Woman of the Year.
Oh, yeah, she said that today. she's
Emma's
pulling a trolley.
resolution. This is my wife, Emma, Charlie. Her resolution is for Tom to take me on holiday. Right. Okay. And she might write some new songs as well. That'd be good. Very good. So they're flying in.
Yeah. I
Good.
can't see them, like, but
You can't see.
no, yeah, I'm just relying on you reading them out.
Oh, I'm wondering if some of these people are from Australia.
Yeah.
Australia. Karen McColden. Oh,
No,
Karen.
That's a friend of ours. I'm afraid.
Oh, we love Karen.
Yeah. I mean,
She's from Kensington. What are you doing that accent for?
Boom. Oh, here we go. Pete, you would like Pete, Charlie, because Pete's saying,
Smalls
boom,
a
Charlie's a
legend.
man after my own heart. Positivity, determination, focus.
yeah, he loves it.
Isn't this? You've done it well, but isn't this what the podcast's all about? Being positive, determined, and focused, or
It is-
not?
well, yeah.
Well.
Well,
No, because Alan's on
Well.
it. So
yeah. we do.
I bring a bit of reality to it,
Next
don't I?
topic.
yeah.
Next topic. Oh, no, you're still going
No,
through.
go on, Charlie.
next topic.
Charlie, you
Don't wait
just
for us.
take over, lads. Come on. No worries.
This is
I want to talk about Alan quickly.
Alan,
Okay,
quickly.
go on.
Yeah.
Who's
and-
Alan Quickly?
Is he from Australia?
Alan quickly.
Alan Quickly.
That's
Yeah.
right. So,
Go on, sorry, Charlie.
Tasmania.
Hey, all right, all good.
Taz.
So, I've loved these clips, especially when I saw them. Would have been last month.
Yeah.
Alan's appearances on Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's Alan.
1 second. Alan, was Alan on Britain's Got Talent?
Here we go
I've
again.
never heard it mentioned ever.
These lads are getting.
You know what I
Old.
was going to do
before
we started?
We forgot
today?
it.
I forgot it. I was going to get a whiteboard which said podcasts since Alan mentioned he's been on BGT and like put 00. You know, like those things you have in factories, which is like days since you last had an accident.
Yeah.
And then you flip the back. But like every time.
There's going to be a few accidents in here tonight, Mikey.
I was gonna bring
I'll get the doorman in. He'll sort
I
it out.
totally forgot it,
Oh.
but I am going to bring you one. I'm
We're
afraid.
gonna have to employ a doorman on this,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
bar
it's true.
soon.
I'm gonna get barred. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get taken off the wall.
Quite possibly. Charlie,
Go on,
sorry.
Charlie.
You're being
Charlie.
bad.
So,
What
so
were you
you've
gonna-
seen Alan on
Seen it,
BGT.
watched it 3 times on loop, and the main message I got out of it is love life is like bank cards.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Perfect. That was his.
That was
choice.
one of the
Although-
best
yeah.
analogies.
Although I normally say sex life, but they wouldn't let me you say the word sex
You can't say that on here.
because you're not allowed to say it.
You're not
on
allowed
the,
to say
on
it
the
on here.
telly. Not allowed to
Can't
say it on
that
here
the
neither.
telly.
Now, I'm not sure if
No.
you're allowed to say this on here, but I want to say.
Sex.
Whoa, Charlie. Charlie.
I was just going to say congratulations on being married for 30 years.
Oh yeah.
to
30,
Joycey.
34, I think, or
Oh,
33.
okay.
34.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Those 4 years went quick, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, you don't need to be telling the truth.
I mean, Joyce in the comments might be able to tell us whether they went really quickly or whether they dragged.
Joyce will let us
We've
know.
had a lockdown since then, or a few. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Joyce is saying she didn't even know you were
did
on
survive them.
BGT there, Alan.
No, I didn't know myself.
Miriam's-
Well, you wouldn't, would you? You didn't come.
Miriam's 30. Congratulations, Miriam. Happy birthday. Miriam, I think, has
3
watched
decades.
every episode of Finnegan, so happy birthday,
Happy
Miriam.
birthday, Miriam.
Top
Bless
fan.
you, mate.
It's a
That's
massive effort.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Why is why is Mikey wearing his dog collar? Is he auditioning for Britain's Got Talent? That's what Ray's saying.
I
Would you?
thought I would come dressed as Alan when he was
Yeah, that's it.
on Britain's
It's-
Got
When I
Talent.
had hair.
Did you feel, Alan, when you wore a dog collar on Britain's Got Talent that you wouldn't normally wear?
Yeah.
Did you feel like an inauthenticity?
Yeah. I felt like I totally let myself down. Like everything about me.
You sold
hated
out, Alan.
Every
Sold out
bit of it.
for a
Sold
bit of
out,
Britain's
man.
Because
Got
they
Talent.
made you walk down the street in front of loads of people and everything, you know, because the dressing rooms
Oh, yeah, and
are
they did a
miles
little-
away from the Palladium.
And they did a little video with the backstory.
No, they didn't do it in that.
They
but
did they do a backstory
not in the
for
street.
you?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
I said,
yeah,
oh,
yeah. It's
poor
just-
Alan's from
Poor
Liverpool.
Alan, he's from Liverpool. Has net for 6 Christmases. Feed the Scousers. Yeah, all that, you know. It's all your laughing
Did
down
they
south,
sing
innit?
that at Arsenal when you went there, Charlie? Feed the Scousers. Let them know it's Christmas time. That's one of the most offensive chants that I've ever heard at a match.
Wow.
These two
Sing
are
it.
Arsenal fans, aren't they?
Yeah.
And Tories.
Yeah.
So, Charlie, let's get into this a little bit, Charlie, because how do you two know one another? How did you guys meet?
Well, we both got on at the same time, but we both do a fantasy football podcast together.
Give it a little shout out.
Yes, absolutely. It's at FPL Addicts on Instagram, FPL Addicts Podcast on Facebook, plus FPL Addicts Pod on Twitter with no underscore. But so what happened? They had to recruit some people onto the channel, and they asked him because he's good
some
for
reason.
he's good for statistics. And for me, one day I waltzed into, it's called an FPL social event. So it's the Australia's biggest fantasy football social event. So I did that. It would have been last year in February. And I just thought I'd get a ticket because with all of his years, I'm really passionate to the game and I'm really glad a social event occurred. But on this day, I walked in as a stranger and I just had to put myself out there, meet new people, sort of get to know the hosts better. I knew a couple people through Twitter, and then from there, it's all about meeting new, just met new people from there. And by the sounds of it, a few months later, Jack Gillibrand, who's the host through our pod, must have liked my personality. Don't know why.
Must have been a
And-
mullet.
Yeah, and then there's Chris, Elliot, and Ollie who are on it, and I have so much fun every week. And then there's him. And when I first saw the Rev, I genuinely thought he was a nobody for the first 2 weeks. But then,
What do you mean a
You've seen
nobody?
his fancy football team, haven't you?
Oh, man.
that's how it occurred.
It is high
genuinely
time.
thought he was a
It is high
nobody.
time for me to admit to the few viewers at home, I am well and truly having a shocker this season.
Well, your fantasy team.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what me and Alan didn't want to bring up?
No,
but
we
possibly
wouldn't want to
feel
bring it
Didn't
up,
watch,
was we?
you've been
should.
talking about it even
Is-
before we set up.
Is that you
liars.
are both fantasy football experts.
Yeah.
Not me.
Supposedly.
I'm just here for laugh.
Yeah.
Well, we're laughing
Fantasy
at your
football
score.
experts.
Yeah.
And me and Tom are above both of you.
We're both.
You are, and I think that's part of it though, is that like this season, because we've been on the podcast, like normally we do a lot better, but because you've got like 100 odd people like every week checking on what you're
trying to
doing,
tell you how to
what
do it
transfers
properly.
you're making.
Yeah. There's
Like
pressure.
there's pressure to go out there and be different, and this I bottled it, boys.
You gave me a 300-point lead.
That's
I
how
am
confident
the
you were.
Spurs of
I think you're
FPL.
the Everton.
no, because I've actually had some success.
Well, Spurs
in
haven't.
FPL, but
Spurs haven't.
No, Spurs get really close and then they bottle it.
Yeah.
So
Like
do
every-
Arsenal most
every
years.
time.
Well,
Well,
that's
we'll
the other
see.
thing is Charlie is also an Arsenal fan like me,
I
aren't
am.
you, Charlie?
Yes.
Like father, like
Having a
son.
blind.
That's it. That is you beauty. There you go. But I must admit, my Arsenal support came from, it would have been my uncle. So he
Did it?
watched the
Your
1971.
brother?
No.
Have you got a brother?
I've got a brother as well.
Yeah, that
It's all
one.
coming
My
out tonight,
family's
isn't it?
expanding.
Yeah.
Go on. Sorry, Charlie. Go
So,
on.
according to you guys with this podcast, this is my other uncle, like my
That's-
actual real
yeah.
uncle. He watched the 1971 FA Cup final, and Arsenal won that day.
Who were they playing that day, Charlie?
I couldn't tell you, but he liked.
I know who they were playing, Charlie.
Was that Liverpool?
Yeah.
That was Liverpool.
so-
And
Charlie
scored.
George.
It's a good
And
day,
that's
that.
where I got my
I
support
watched it.
from. He liked the team at the time and thought, you know what, I'm going to back this side.
Very good.
So that's what happened.
Fantastic. Good choice,
If
Charlie.
only Liverpool had won that day, you could have been a Liverpool
I
fan.
could have been a Red Scalcer.
Yeah, you could have been.
There you go.
Wow.
Charlie, we've got Hazard in. Oh, it's Hazard. Harry
Hazard.
Brown.
Harry Brown, yes.
Harry Brown's in.
Yes,
He's
beautiful.
pulled up.
Who's
What have
Harry
we got?
Brown?
Hazard.
Yes.
Morning, boys, because he's over in
Morning.
Australia. Morning,
He's-
boys. Loving
he's-
the show so far.
Ah,
Good job.
is
Chaz,
it warm
keep-
over there? I bet you it's warm
Keep
over
Jazz under wraps.
there.
Under wraps, oh, that's questionable. But
We were
his-
warm until
Yeah.
the Lecky started smoking and we had
Yeah.
to turn the fires
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, so we
That-
are.
that was a
cold.
oh, that's when we
questionable.
entered this evening.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a questionable Australian accent. Lads, I've got a confession
Go on.
that might offend Charlie slightly.
I'll go for it.
And when me or my wife want to bring up something that we know the other person isn't going to like, so when we want to start a debate
Arguments.
about something, but we don't want to start an argument,
Okay.
what we do is we approach each other with an Australian accent. So Laura's like, Mikey, I've heard you've not done the dishes again. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm really sorry about that, babe. And that way we avoid arguments because there's no way we can take each other seriously.
You're joking you use this technique.
Yeah, we genuinely use this technique. We've
God.
kept it from you the whole time. And
Wow.
we've not been able to do it while
And you
you've been
decide to
staying.
reveal it in a
Yeah.
podcast that's
Yeah.
inside a shed.
Yeah, in a secret location, but we've not been able to do it since Charlie's been staying with us for the past few days, and me and Laura have almost got a divorce.
Yeah.
We've
Wow.
not been able to speak
The
Australian to
tension.
each other.
The tension.
Oh,
I mean,
dear me.
It's just a beautiful accent. I love the
I
Australian
like it, yeah.
accent. It's so
Thank you.
good.
Well, it's funny because people from England can identify the Aussie accent, but when I'm in Australia sometimes, other people can identify my British accent. It's a bit of a half and half.
What
You
do
haven't
mean?
got a British
You haven't got a
accent.
British accent. What do you mean?
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
So do you feel
you're-
you've partly got a British accent?
Partially at times.
Why
Yeah.
is that
Are
a
you
fam-
sensing Aussie the whole time?
Because it's your
Yeah.
dad. It's
Yeah,
because you're
yeah.
his dad.
That's what-
He's
Is
obviously
that a
picked it
family
up.
thing
Like
from
father,
way
like
back-
son.
Oh, because you have got family here. You're here
I
to
do.
visit some
The
family.
majority of my family members are from here, so it's the first time.
Whereabouts do they live?
Some in Taunton, couple from
Taunton.
Wokingham, couple from Wales,
Tories, basically.
some from
Yeah.
Roadwater. Still talking Somerset here. So.
Nice.
Roadwater.
I've not heard of that one.
Never heard of
I've
that.
not heard of road
Well,
water.
Never heard
as
of
I
that
say, Alan, you learn something new every day.
Yeah. Very
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
As long as they're not from Australasia.
Oceania. Come on, you
Oceania.
bigot.
So we've. I don't know what's happening tonight. This is like the live show where I've lost it again. I've like lost track. Where
Well,
am I?
we're not even on the notes,
Where am I?
are we?
We're not- I was
we
looking- I
haven't
was
even
trying to
bothered trying
notice-
to even make the
It's
notes
All right,
work.
guys, Chaz has got some notes
Chaz
for
has
us.
Chaz
got
has
We-
got notes.
What's next on your
What's
notes,
next
mate?
on the list, Chaz? Eh?
Where are we going
On my
next?
list. Well, I was asking Rev about what topic it's best to write answers for. So he said, be prepared to talk about you,
Yep.
your life, what I achieved last year, why and what I've done, hopes and dreams for the future. And it says here, be prepared for some TV clip.
Okay. Well, we'll do
Oh,
that in
well,
a
we'll
bit.
do
but
that.
Do that in
we'll
a
get
bit,
to
yeah.
that. But tell us about. Okay, tell us a little bit about what you've achieved in the last year, then.
Yeah, sure. So it's come in a few aspects. Firstly, with triathlons, I've been doing triathlon since I was a year 7 student in 2014.
Nice.
And it's mainly the mini ones. So the furthest it can go,
I've done
Hang on,
some of
hang
those
on.
mini ones.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
on there.
it's like a 300-meter swim, a 13k bike, and a 3k run.
Okay,
But at
nice.
the start of the
doesn't sound
series,
many.
That's
I'd
not
be
many,
dead.
is it? That's not many.
it's not much. At the start of the series, it's roughly it'd be a 150-meter swim, a 7k bike, and a 1.2k run. So as the series goes on, the distances incrementally increase.
Nice.
And our series goes from the end of November till the end of March. And what happened about a few days before I left to go to this country, I managed to win my age group. So men's 20
Wow.
to 29 in that race by about
Yes.
3 minutes.
Well played,
But-
sir.
Well done, mate.
Well played.
It was a slow road, but it was good once the men's 20 to 29, I was eligible for it. It would have been in 2021. Started 10th, 8th, 6th, 5th. Got a few podium finishes last season. I also had one where my bike chain got stuck, so I was in the mud on that one. But those are the consequences when you participate in individual sports,
Yeah.
such as that. And then I also did community football umpiring, made a
Nice.
Division 1 seniors grand final. So I've been doing community football umpiring.
When you say football, you mean Aussie,
Aussie
rules.
rules, yes,
Yeah, so
since
like
2015.
as far as I can
Okay.
tell, Aussie rules is basically like
fight.
It's kind of like footy, but every so often someone decides to pick up the
It's
ball.
just Gaelic football.
And
but,
just
but then
leg it.
but then there's someone who's standing in the net, and then this fella runs up and he blazes the ball over the bar, and then they all start cheering. I'm like,
It
Why?
doesn't make sense as a sport, really.
What? Like,
We
I
don't get
I
it.
We
can't
don't
wrap
get
my head
it.
around
Look, I don't have time tonight to educate you on the complexities of the game. I just want to talk about my year very quickly.
Okay.
All right,
Let's get back to you.
Come
Where
on,
are we
lads,
up to?
focus up.
Are we still
All right.
on January, or where are we now?
He hasn't
I
got to
think the
March
other
yet.
big important part was I managed to complete my 3-year university degree. So,
Wow, mate, you did a lot in the last
He
year.
smashed it, hasn't he?
well, yeah, I did an internship. It was a really good opportunity 2022 because there was not much of a COVID worry lockdown. In fairness, our state had 7 within the last couple of years prior, but managed to attend a range of footy shows and go to concerts and even go to what you'd call the ICC T20 World Cup final
Yeah.
That's
between
cricket, isn't
Pakistan and England. Yeah, so
Nice.
that was a really good atmosphere that evening.
Who won that?
England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
Look, football didn't come home, but cricket
Yeah.
did.
Cricket.
Cricket came home.
And then as
Home
well,
of cricket.
and then as well, work at a kids' play centre plus Mild High School as a PE assistant.
Mate.
And I think we're forgetting the biggest achievement of all this year, which is you finally found your real dad.
That's it.
Yes,
Papa.
yes.
That's it. Tal's
there he is.
saying to me, Tom, you've missed most of his life. Don't rush him. Well played. Well played.
Oh, dear,
I
mate.
see the comment from my mate Harry Brown too,
Yeah.
saying Chaz is the dictator of
Chaz
this podcast.
dictator. Yeah,
Chaz has
that's
took
it.
over
Is
at
that
the
what-
moment,
Is that
yeah.
what he's saying, do you think?
What's
We're
he
loving
saying?
it anyway, Charlie.
Yeah,
we
We're
are loving it.
It's all right.
We do, yeah.
Well, that was all that I achieved last year.
Wow.
Well,
Wow. You're a motivated
Motivated.
young guy, aren't you?
He is,
you
yeah.
are a
Yeah.
motivated guy. And
Yeah.
weren't you guys talking a little bit about where you draw motivation from previously?
Yeah,
it's,
segue.
it's
Go on,
interesting.
did you see
isn't it?
how I squeezed
Love
that
it,
in
Tom,
right,
with the
beautifully?
segues,
Sorry
man,
about
isn't
that.
so good
He is amazing.
He was a born podcast
Yeah.
host. We
Very
should get
good.
you on the Addicts podcast.
So,
actually.
he
well,
has-
You could-
he has
I've
got more
points
points.
to play.
Probably got more points than yours added together.
Honestly, if you were in our league out of all 6 of us who host the podcast,
Yeah.
you 2 would be first and second. That's not even a joke. That's how badly we're doing this week.
My finger.
Oh man.
Go on.
And I'd be first.
Yeah, well, all right.
Just
Dragon.
putting
But
it
yeah,
out there.
I definitely
Go
don't
on.
draw motivation from FPL, especially
Yeah.
this year, because I've bottled it. But we do draw motivation from different places. So for me, we were having a great conversation because for me, I draw a lot of motivation from myself. Like we're both quite driven people. We both want to achieve. We both want to try and make the world a better place, and I think that's we definitely share goals, but the motivation behind that is actually quite different, isn't it?
It is.
So for me, like a lot of that stuff comes from my faith. It comes from my belief in God. It comes from a belief that I'm loved. So it's not really fair if I don't love other people.
Where Chaz has only just found his dad.
Yeah. Yeah, I
No
talked about my
wonder he
father
doesn't
in-
feel loved.
Yeah, our father. Who
I love
art
you, Charlie.
In this shed.
Yes.
But
Okay.
then, like for you were saying like you try and keep up with like some motivational content online from different speakers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
don't
look,
you?
I've got to mention off the top of a cab. I did go to a Catholic Christian school, but
Okay.
I don't have a genuine faith. But
Yeah.
I do watch a lot of motivational videos on
Yeah.
social media. I think it's brilliant to hear the insight of a different perspective,
Yeah.
perspectives of lives.
Yeah.
Best way to put it.
And so, what kind of
Kind of people.
Yeah, what kind of people
course.
and voices do you
So-
kind of lean into?
There's 3.
Go on.
One, Steve Harvey, who used to host the American Family Feud. He does these
Funny guy.
motivational videos. He's funny too. It's great to hear his upbringing through
We
the videos.
Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey. That game format he took from us because we do.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
started here.
We
as-
started that.
It was called
Finnegan's
Finnegan's
Fortunes.
Fortunes.
It was originally.
and then it became Family Fortunes, then
And
Family
Steve
Feuds.
Harvey nicked it from them.
Stole it from us.
wasn't the other
Stole-
way
it
round.
was-
Have you guys won your court case yet?
He's,
No,
he's
No.
plagiarised now.
The problem is he's just so inspirational when he talks
yeah.
that people believe him.
Isn't
Yeah.
this podcast
Well,
inspirational or what?
I've got the tips as well. So
You got the tips,
we're
cool.
seeing- Go on.
The
Steve
other
Harvey.
one's Jay Shetty and another person.
Who's Jay Shetty?
He's just some individual wisdomized person. And
Nice.
A wisdomized person.
He's just full of wisdom in
Yeah.
my eyes.
Yeah, I love
Best
it.
way
I
to
love
put it.
that word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that.
And another person, his name's Ned Brockman. Now, I know you guys over here don't know anything about him,
Yeah.
No.
but where we are, he's very famous. And it's because he did one of the most questionable runs of all time and
Questionable?
mathematically impossible,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he made
Yeah.
it doable. He ran 100 kilometres every day for 46 consecutive days, going from Perth's Cottesloe Beach to the Bondi Beach in Sydney. And why he did that...
Was the sand too hot? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really good motivator.
Yeah,
to be
it
fair,
is.
isn't it?
But I loved hearing his insight from certain podcasts on how his mentality drive just continued throughout the entire journey. And the looking at the bigger picture, he too raised $2.5 million for homelessness.
Wow.
Yeah,
insane.
and that was
Incredible.
through other people's donations, of course.
You know what I'm hearing there, Tom?
Oh, go on.
He doesn't take motivation off you.
No.
His own
What
dad.
about your dad?
Well,
like, surely.
I think to me, it's obviously, seriously though, that you obviously are a motivated guy. You're taking what you're hearing seriously, at young age, 22, and going for it.
Yeah. I don't mean to put some sort of Disney reference,
Go on.
but Tom, I'm meeting you tonight. The first time in forever.
I will be meeting my dad. No, honestly, I think it's so interesting because I think with you with your motivation, like what we were talking about and what we were discussing, was the benefits of where your motivation comes from versus the benefits of where my motivation comes from. And I think so for me, I believe that I have a very personal relationship with Jesus. And so, but for you, your relationship with people like Steve Harvey and, that
Parasocial.
yeah,
One way.
parasocial, yeah, it
like
means
that.
you consume content from that person, but they don't get anything from you because you don't know them. Whereas for me as a Christian, I believe that I know Jesus, and I believe that I have this relationship with God. And so for you, that can't be the be all and end all with you just consuming content. What about your personal relationships? Are there people that you go to in the same way that I would go to God, for example, for advice? Are there people in your life, obviously apart from Tom?
I was just going to say it's my family and it starts with Tom.
Yeah.
Having those people, I mean, for me, just having mates, I think faith and not, faith, absolutely. I think there's times where it feels like there's certain stuff that you feel like you can't bring to anyone. But I guess for me, there's points also where certain friends or people in your life where I guess for Alan, even though give him stick and that, there's definite times where I'd lean on Alan's wisdom a little bit.
Don't say that too loud. His head won't fit through the door when he tries to get out.
That's a Scouse thing as well, though, isn't it? That kind of self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Or do you put it a different way?
How would I put it? Self-defecating.
Alan's clearly demonstrating the wisdom that you lean into.
Yeah. I just want to say I have no input on Tom's top tips.
Yeah. I mean,
You can't
I would
blame
wash
me
my
for
hands
them.
of that. Yeah.
You can't blame me
I just
for
want
them.
to talk about the wisdom quickly because
Go on,
I've just
go on.
heard the comment. Harry Brown's really on. He's got a knife on my throat just through the comments, but I do actually get a bit of wisdom and sometimes motivation. Firstly, above all else, my family are a big support network.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that doesn't include Tom, if I have to say it as it is. But also some of my close mates, they've been massive for me.
That's always the case. That's what Finnegan's is all about in some ways.
Yeah.
Get sitting down with your mates, chatting stuff
Yeah.
through. That happens
Yeah.
every time you go to the pub with your mates.
Precisely,
You talk about stuff that you won't talk to other people about.
Yeah.
You won't talk to your wife about. We do talk a lot of nonsense, but every now and again there's seriousness coming through as well, doesn't it?
It does.
You know what I mean? When you're talking to your mates. So mates are always a good. They're always good to have there, aren't they?
Have to. And there's
Talking.
times where I've not
And it's good to
invested
talk.
in my mates enough, and then
I've noticed.
not financially, but there's
I've noticed.
and then you when rubber hits the road and you feel isolated.
I mean, I've got mates that are you might not see them. Might not see them for 5 years, but you see them after 5 years, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
The sound, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
And that's great. That's a man thing.
That's a man thing.
That's stereotypes, but I do think that's a man thing where men can do that, which is both good and bad, because then That's what you do.
Because you can hide them.
And then you hide and you don't.
You don't
not
have to
hanging
tell
out.
anyone what's going on in your life. You don't have to
Spend time with your mates this year.
Yeah, spend time
Definitely.
with your mates.
Go and-
especially
Now, that's
down
a
the
New
pub.
Year's resolution.
That's a New
isn't it?
Year's resolution
Yeah,
right there.
That's a proper
Wait,
one.
you're telling me you didn't do that last year?
Spend more time with your mates.
Starting strong this year.
Yeah.
Starting
Yeah.
strong.
Improve 1% every day.
There you go.
With your mates.
There you go.
1%.
So by this time next year, I'll be living somewhere else.
Oh, look at this.
What? Who
Gilly's
is it?
in. Oh, Gilly's in.
Gilly.
Gillis, mate.
Gillis is in.
Who's Gillis?
Is he? Where's he from in Australia?
So,
Or not?
well, Jack is our FPL Addicts host.
Jack, we just want to say, mate, just want to say, you've got the two wrong people in your FPL addicts
Yeah.
thing. Because me and him, us pair of nuggets, right,
Yeah,
are above them in the league
we are.
by quite a bit.
like some
Just
way
saying, Jack.
Yeah.
Just
as
saying.
well.
saying.
And so
And
Jack,
I'm a Rev as well, Jack. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I
Oh,
could
yeah.
just literally
FPL Rev.
take his
He'll be the
hashtag
new-
off him.
the new
Jack, also,
FPL rep.
I don't know. If you heard, he mentioned it before. He's been in Britain's Got Talent, so he's got quite a social profile already.
Yeah, he does.
It's a bad one, but
Yeah.
he's got one.
Yeah, on Twitter. They love me on Twitter.
I
Daily
wasn't-
Mail.
I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting to come here tonight and just be made completely obsolete. But,
Don't worry,
no,
Mikey.
so-
when the Anglicans are finished with you, the Baptists
yeah,
will have you.
it's fine. So I make more money than you anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably.
It's painfully true.
No, so Jack is our FPL Addicts podcast host. He's also a
Yeah.
professional Gary Neville lookalike.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. He also is. He's recently
Has he
started
proper
a
got
job.
the axe cut in his head there?
Mate, yeah.
And do you know,
alright,
do you know what he said here as well?
January transfer window's
He
open.
said the podcast January transfer window is open.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm absolutely washed, aren't I? I'm finished.
That's hilarious.
I'm not a stat man, no. I'm a heart man.
I am the Darwin Nunes of the FPL Addicts podcast.
That's a good way to put it.
Well,
keep missing
I reckon he's
every-
going to come good then, so you'll be
all
all
my
right.
stats are perfect.
Yeah.
But I just keep missing.
Yeah.
Oh no.
7 shots off target every game.
Yeah. No, well, Jack's recently landed a pretty decent job. Like, fair
Has he?
play to him. He works for Melbourne Victory, doesn't he?
He does.
Which is
So
one of
is
the
he,
biggest-
he's in Australia, is
Biggest
he?
soccer
Jack?
Wait.
teams in
Is it?
Australia.
Does he? What's he doing?
What's he doing?
The
for-
LeBron James of soccer.
Yeah. He's
Christian Pulisic.
yeah. No, he's doing.
What's he doing out there?
He's doing like their media management and marketing stuff for them.
Wow.
So yeah, he's great.
Charlie, what are you doing there with your hair, mate? Do that again.
Do that again. Come
That
on.
thing you did. Go on.
I don't know. It just
think-
comes, I don't know, unconsciously.
There,
Don't do it too much. Don't do it too much. We've got
glorious.
ladies watching.
that is incredible.
Also, I'm just
I'm
going to
so
get jealous.
jealous. I am so
my hair's
envious.
going these
I've
days.
got-
My
yeah.
hairline's.
I know. Enjoy it while you've got it, Charlie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
going to say.
Yeah, it's
'Cause,
fair. It's fair.
Well, the only thing I was going to add, if we were going serious again,
Yeah.
just
If-
for a touch,
Okay.
if we is
A touch.
the thing is with the New Year's resolution and the motivation. Do you know what I found is again and again is I set the targets.
Too high.
Well, maybe not high enough, Emma might say, but I know I never come near them, and so then I feel bad about myself
Yeah.
and all that. That's where my faith helps me because I'm like where I don't feel good enough.
Yeah.
There's that sense of like still acceptance as who you are, where you are.
I'm going to touch
Not
on...
that you shouldn't improve yourself. I'm with it. I'm with Charlie.
yeah.
I prefer to be driven. I prefer to have a target to aim for. I'm not going to get it.
I'm going to drag it down a bit because
Go on.
I'm from a different generation than you.
Yeah.
So, and it's something that I kind of mention every now and again. I get I would do that in faith.
Go on.
So I'd never feel good enough as a Christian.
Yeah,
And I'm not. So I'm smashing that target,
Yo,
right? But I'd
guilty.
never feel good enough.
Self-fulfilling
But
prophecy.
the problem with that was
Yeah.
it made me feel worse
Yeah.
because I felt like I should be better.
Yeah.
I did that for years and years and years. And the last few years, I've just give up on that.
Yeah.
I've just give up. I've thought that's just killing me.
But that
So-
would be what people would say is not. That's not. That is what sometimes
I haven't
happens
give up
in
on faith.
churches, but that's not. Yeah, well, yeah, I've given up. Can't be bothered to like.
I haven't give up on faith.
No.
I've give up on the kind of trying to be almost a veneer Christianity where you put this
trying to
out.
fake it.
Yeah, I'm trying to put this because you get loads of people saying fake it till you make it. And
Yeah,
all that.
but that's not
and
how
that's
it's
not.
supposed to.
That's not really.
That's
doesn't-
not good news, is it? Become
No.
a Christian and have to either be like make yourself
blag it.
better or blag it. That's
Yeah.
not the gospel.
No, it's
the
not.
gospel. That's not. The
And
Christian
but that's
message.
the kind of Christianity. I'm not sure whether that was meant,
Yeah.
But that's what I picked up when I first became a Christian. That you had to be this perfect
Yeah,
person.
and that's like one of
And
the
that's
ways.
just done me head in
Yeah,
for
it's-
years. I was
it's-
miserable.
Yeah,
You
it's
think
like,
I'm miserable now? I'll let you talk in a minute.
every day.
Alan, I got a question for you. What do Stavros and Hebrew reckon about that?
You really have watched it, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
He loves it.
That's all right. I love it.
No, I think like dealing with failure is like one of the biggest things that like is like. So for me as a Christian, like I need like one of the things that I take a lot of comfort in is knowing that I'm like created and that I'm loved no matter how much I mess up.
Yeah.
Whereas like one of the things that like because I watch motivational videos as well, you know, but like I know that like if I start measuring myself by what I achieve, I'm gonna think really low of myself.
No, I
You know what I mean? And so my
It's-
worth comes from the fact that like I'm loved and that I'm created.
yeah, but it
as-
took me
Yeah.
years to get that.
So what you're saying is I'm ahead of you.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the Anglican Church
Just
is
not
just
in the
best.
not a
fantasy football
competition.
league. It took me years.
Slayed
It
him.
took me years to
Slayed
get
him.
that in my head properly.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
it kind of doesn't matter. My performance doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I'm
Yeah.
still loved.
Yeah.
Took me years. I know that sounds
Yeah.
silly.
Yep.
It sounds soft.
Yeah, yeah.
But it took me years to get that in my head.
Sure.
It was always about try harder, do better, do more, pray more, read more,
Yes.
all that kinds of stuff.
Yes.
And it just done me in. It actually made me miserable.
Yeah, so
And
like
in the end, I suddenly had an epiphany moment where I realised
yeah,
that actually that doesn't really matter.
yeah,
Everyone will tell you to do that stuff, or they used to back in the day.
yeah, yeah,
But it took me 15, 20 years.
yeah, yeah. So so for you, Charlie, like as a person who like doesn't have a faith, like how do you deal with failure? Then like where like when you're down, how's it happen for you?
Well, welcome back to another segment of Charlie's Inside Corner. So I'll give you something else about this. So a couple of years ago, like I'll just say it as it is, I had probably experienced one of the most difficult patches in life, and lockdown contributed. And one of the traps I fell for myself was comparing myself to others, but also thinking too much what I'll be doing in 5 years' time instead of now.
Yeah.
And that only enhanced my anxiety. But with failing now, and the way I see it is that as long as I'm a better version of myself compared to what I was the day before, then I know I've done okay. Because people are in different stages.
Yeah.
It's like the comparison thing is a killer.
It's a
isn't it?
killer
an
and it's a
absolute
trap.
Killer. Yeah.
Easy to go into.
Yeah. Charlie, mate, you've got so much good stuff. I'm so pleased you've come on tonight.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you wanted to chat
Talk
about,
about
Charlie?
with us,
on your
Charlie. What
list?
else is on your list?
Have you got anything we've missed? We haven't touched on.
I think you already stated the obvious. I heard about this TV clip you wanted to talk about.
Ah, we're going to
We're
do
getting
that.
to
We're
that,
gonna do
Charlie.
that.
Don't you
Segue.
worry.
Yeah.
Don't you
Here we
worry.
go. Let's have a look at a comment as well. Karen is saying,
Is that a Karen from Brighton?
McColden?
Now, this is my friend.
This is your friend,
friend
Mikey.
again.
Yeah,
Okay. If you believe you're perfect, you're kidding yourself. You're just as good as the next
Yeah.
person. I think.
Love that from
Yeah.
Karen.
Thank you, Karen. Yes, the fellas. Tom Mace.
Tom May, not Tom. Yeah.
Is he your mate? Is he?
He used to come to our church.
Oh, there's so many people who used to
So
come
many
to our
people
church.
used to come to our church. It's a good lad, Tom May.
Good to have you in, Tom,
lad.
mate. Thanks for sharing, Charlie.
Tom,
Very
you're right.
good.
Tom, hope you well, lads.
yeah.
We
Sharing,
grew
well-
up together in church, didn't we?
Tom May, yeah.
me
You
and
know him
Tom
now,
May,
don't
yeah.
you?
What a
Tonight,
guy.
sharing wasn't optional, it was compulsory. But another thing I want to talk about briefly
Go on.
Oh, go on then.
Okay, back on
is
track.
the role of social media.
The what?
Yes.
The role
roles
of social media.
yes, because
Okay.
I'm sure this has been a trap that most people fall into, and it was certainly me as recently as a few months ago. But it's sort of dipping your toes into other people's water. So, for example, viewing other people's stories or just saying inappropriate stuff, and not inappropriate, I think that's too extreme, but unnecessary comments.
Yeah.
But for me now, how I see social media as a major beneficiary is networking with other people. Because without it, networking would be 20 times harder. So I've enjoyed that process
You
of
used
simply.
back in the day, you used to have to physically go somewhere and say hello.
That's right.
You didn't even have a mobile phone.
Yeah.
No,
You had to walk to a phone box.
No, you had 2 tin cans with like a string.
We used
in
to do
between,
that. Yeah.
And you just like.
Hang on. Wait, is that how Tottenham fans communicate still?
Yeah, but I reckon so. Yeah.
That's the social media thing. Is that something that's helped or not helped, or how do you?
It has helped for me in recent times, but it's also been a patch where I feel there's been big improvements within me as an individual, but I also understand and always accept my flaws, and I always have a long way to go.
Good man.
I know that as a fact.
Yeah. Yes, Charlie.
Yeah.
Here we go. Harry Brown.
He's back again.
Guess who's back?
Oh,
Yes,
back
what do we
again.
got?
Sue's
Back
back.
again.
I want to read this out to you. Harry Brown
Harry
saying,
Brown.
Charlie's the living legend back home. Actually warms my heart hearing him speak like this.
That's awesome.
It's so
Well,
good.
can I just say, fair play to him for getting up early to watch this, because all of my other mates.
Yeah, what time is it over there?
Like, look at what is it now? Like 7:53. No big deal for me, but for others,
Yeah.
they're only halfway through their fourth dream.
If I was 22, yeah, I wouldn't be up at 7:53.
No.
Unless I had work.
Yeah.
I might
Maybe
be still up
7:53
at
PM.
7:53.
Well played, Harry. Good to have you watching, mate.
Yeah.
And we feel the same way.
Yeah.
Feel the same way about Charlie and what he's sharing
he's
with
all
us
right,
tonight.
isn't he,
Good
Charlie?
man.
The
Yeah,
way
but-
I see tonight's pod, I've dictated it too much, so I think it's best for me to handball it back to Tom. Now, a handball's just a certain possession in Aussieville's. That's all it is.
Okay.
Received it.
Yeah, received
No,
it.
mate, don't worry about
No.
that. It's been top. It's been really good, and
Yeah.
we're going to carry on.
We've got our game.
We've got our game.
no
We're,
game.
we're going to get your story in a minute, and we're going to play the game first. And so we're going to find out if Charlie is going to make his way onto the wall.
Okay.
And that's the members list at Finnegan's,
VIP
Charlie.
members
Member
list,
Which
Charlie.
means that whenever you're over in this country,
You can come to this bar
you'll be able
anytime
to
you want.
come to this bar.
We
and
open it
hang
just for
out.
you, Charlie.
No pressure.
No pressure, but
No pressure. No one's ever been barred yet, Charlie.
but I don't know.
But I don't know whether the mullet might swing it with
Yeah.
you.
I
First
think-
time for
yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
These two tried to get me barred
yeah.
when I was sitting over there.
I'd like to
these
say
pair,
we came close, but we didn't even get close.
these pair
Everyone
tried to get me
absolutely
barred,
liked-
Charlie. What do you think of that?
Your own bar.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
tried to get me barred. My name's over the door
Oh, yeah.
and everything.
I was just about to speak about that in relation to you. One of my favourite episodes. Like, we got a mystery guest coming up. Build it up. Oh, no, it's Alan at his own bar.
What that was, we forgot to book someone. And we rang Mikey and said, come on over and be a host.
Yeah.
That's classic.
That's very good.
Absolutely.
So
smashed
our
it.
game for
Oh,
tonight.
we've
our
got a new game. New
Yeah.
game.
Wow.
We've got the illegal dispute with Steve Harvey, so we can no longer do Finnegan's
Yeah, well,
Fortunes.
that's in the
but
courts. So
We are tonight going to do a little known game called
Wonky Donkey.
Wonky Donkey.
Wonky Donkey?
Wonky Donkey.
So the last time I heard of a donkey was in the Shrek movie.
Yep, similar.
That's all I
Think
know.
of that.
Think of that.
You're on the right
Yeah.
lines.
Okay.
Now, speaking of Shrek, just before we start the game, you had some really good impersonations of a gingerbread man during our
did.
car
Do you
drive.
know what we've heard those
We've
as
heard
well?
them.
He's
So
got
you
three.
can get
He's
rid
got
of them.
he's got Gingerbread Man. He's got
Michael
Michael
McIntyre.
McIntyre,
And who was
he's
the other
got-
one?
You got Michael McIntyre. I like
I've
him.
got Michael McIntyre in me.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll hear it afterwards.
That's
But,
it. It's
but you can go back
Yeah.
and like and share. Subscribe. Sorry, I've got my FPL Addicts hat on. There.
very good.
Let's get to the game.
So the way Wonky Donkey works is, and you can join in at
Yeah.
home, is
Throw
basically.
your comments in.
So I'll give you an example of one.
Yeah, okay.
So, and you can work together as a team.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is what
boys.
it works. As I read out a clue, let me find a good one for you here. I read out a clue. So the clue is located 100 pence piece. So I've located 100 pence piece. Your answer
Has
has
to
got to
rhyme. It has
Close.
to rhyme.
So it's got to
there's
rhyme.
two words.
There's two
And
words.
they have to rhyme.
So it is found pound.
A pound.
Oh, a £1.
In England, we
Pound,
call it a
pound.
pound, don't we?
Located 100 pence piece.
So the
and the
answer-
Scouser in me went Poundland.
So the answer has to rhyme.
Yes.
The answer has to rhyme. That's,
If it doesn't rhyme,
that's
it's
crucial.
wrong.
It's got to rhyme.
Yeah.
And so you see that the clue located 100 pence piece, and the answer
Found.
pound.
There you go.
I'm not saying I'm a little bit nervous, but
Starting to get a bit shaky. Do you know what I mean? I'm a little bit worried.
Hang on, let me. Emma's. You have to tell them how many letters are in the word. Emma's saying.
no.
Would that help or
that's
not?
too hard.
Yeah, Andy. Wonky Donkey is from SMTV Live. They stole it,
is.
off of
Yeah,
us.
they stole it off us, Andy.
Ant
whoever
and Deck.
Andy
They
is.
were good friends.
Yeah,
we don't
20
talk
years
We don't
anymore
talk to them anymore now.
because of what they've done to us.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We've
Basically
forgiven
ripped us
them,
off,
but
didn't
we,
he?
yeah, they
I
have.
need more
ripped us
beer.
off.
We were going to be.
We
Ant
were
and
the
Dec.
Ant and Dec back in the day.
You was the
The little
little one, weren't you?
Yeah.
Originals on Bite of
I was
Grove.
Dec.
Back a Grove.
You were Ant.
I was
As your
Ant.
hair's going.
No, Dec's the one who's had the hair transplant. Okay, so
No, he isn't.
silence. So the pressure.
Silence. These Tories think they can say anything, don't they, Mikey? Hey,
They've been
All right.
silencing us for years.
far
Alan.
too long. We've had
rise
enough.
So Emma's saying it makes it easier, but I'm not going to do that.
No, we're not making it
We're
easy.
not making it easier. So I'm going to throw them out.
Smash it, mate.
You'll be fine. Don't
This'll be
worry.
good.
I'm going to throw them out. You can say pass if you can't get them. People at home can
Have a go.
have a go. So why don't you give us a minute on the clock, Al?
A minute on the
Only
clock.
a minute. Only a minute. They
It's
want
2
longer.
minutes.
2
Is it
minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
I'm starting to
Hang on.
feel just before we start the
Go on.
clock. I think my best mate Harry Brown might get more than me.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be what an
Harry,
embarrassment.
you shout them in from at home, and that's what we want to do, isn't it? Okay, you ready?
You ready? After
You
the
ready?
first one's read out, our timer will start.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
Here we go. Clue number 1. Begin a pub game.
Start darts.
Start darts, and we're off. And we're off. A bear's teeth. Think about it. Think about another word for a bear. A type of bear. Bear in a cold place.
Oh, a polar molar.
Yes,
Ah.
polar molar. Here we go.
He's
A
carrying.
fresh,
flying.
fresh adhesive. Fresh adhesive.
What's that?
I know it. Go on, think about it.
Think of another word for adhesive.
Like sticky, like glue.
Yep, there you go.
New glue.
New glue.
glue.
Fantastic. Very good. Search. You jump in whenever you're ready, Charlie. Okay.
I don't know any of this.
Next one. Search for a loss of water. Search for a loss of water.
Seeking leaking.
Yes.
Oh,
Sig leak.
Mikey's
I'll give it to you.
smashing
Mikey's
this.
flying. Okay, here we go. A huge hog. Huge
Big pig.
hog.
Big pig.
Yes, sir.
He's in the
Okay.
groove now, isn't he?
A plump.
I'm not.
1 minute. 1 minute gone.
A plump husband. Plump husband.
It's plump.
Plump. It's like
You
overweight.
can't say that because you give it away.
Overweight.
A
Think about the cheeks.
boom groom.
Oh
Like,
wow, nice,
Ooh.
nice.
It's
That's
good,
not
but it's not right.
A fat cat in a hat.
Yeah.
Nearly.
That's good. That's good. So if what would you say the
fat
cheeks?
bat.
If they're big, it'd be
Chubby hubby.
yes, chubby
Yeah.
hubby.
Ref.
Let's have a look.
1 minute. 30 seconds
a,
gone.
A bashful fellow.
Bashful
A
fellow.
shy guy.
You better
Shy
check that
guy. Very good. Decorate a holy person. Here we go. Decorate a holy person. This is right in your wheelhouse, Rev.
Priest.
Don't look at me. I haven't got one yet.
Decorate a holy person. A holy person. What
a
are they
nun?
called in the Church of England? You know the dead ones. The dead ones.
Oh. Paint saint.
Paint
Paint a
saints.
saint.
Yes. Sir. Oh, give them a round of applause.
Well
You
done, Rev.
smashed
Great
it.
job.
You smashed it,
You
guys.
smashed it, Rev.
You know
not
what?
Me.
I just
was
want to
a
say.
bystander.
I just want to say to everyone
job you were in a
that,
team.
like, I couldn't have done that without Charlie
How many did you get? Got all of them.
by
didn't
my
you?
side.
Got all of them.
Very
That's-
good.
Didn't get that one.
Count them up. Oh, didn't get that one. Count them up. Let's see what the comments are coming. People were flying. Chubby
8.
hubby.
8 in 2 minutes.
8.
Well
Oh,
done.
it's so
Mikey,
good.
well done.
Well done.
Charlie.
Well done.
Room for improvement, mates. That's part of your 1% tomorrow.
Mikey,
Get one of them right.
That's right.
Debbie says Mikey wants some church merch, and she knows I've been after Ray's Horn for
you
years.
have.
After Ray's
You have.
Horn. Is it even there
Church
anymore?
merch.
Like
I
Ray's
like
Horn.
that.
Is Ray's Horn
Ray's
even
Horn
there?
there?
I don't think anyone knows where Ray's Horn is.
It's lost.
Ray hasn't seen his horn for ages.
Charlie, look behind you, mate. Would you like to take something from church merch home with you? A little present.
That'll be
church
I
merch,
suggest
mate.
something light,
Church.
Charlie.
I don't think I can fit the
I'd like to see you
Bear
take
in
the
my
teddy
luggage.
bear.
Yeah.
bit. I'm probably go for.
He looks like
Guinness
he wears
cap.
a cap.
I like a Guinness cap.
Get a Guinness cap.
chuck
Take a
it on,
Guinness cap, mate.
You
like
sure? Because you could have the TV. Just whatever you want. Oh, hang on. Go on, try it on.
It might. Oh, look at that.
You look. That's
Boom.
brilliant.
He rocks
Charlie.
a cap, him, doesn't
Mate,
he?
you look
Yeah.
fantastic.
I
That looks
never rock
ace,
a cap, you know.
honestly.
I
No,
always look
couldn't.
daft on a cap.
My head's too big. I can't do a hat.
Your
I wish
head
I
is
could.
massive.
Church merch. I like that.
Church merch.
Church merch, mate.
It's good.
Well done, Charlie and Mikey. Just very well done.
No. Mikey, well done.
Yeah, you're getting the hat. Though.
You're getting the hat,
You're
though.
getting the hat for
Yeah,
sure.
you definitely look.
Definitely not the name on my wall because I didn't get one.
Right. Well, all that's left
Yeah.
to finish with tonight, Charlie, is we're going to hear your story.
Wait, what about the hot tips?
Oh, so,
Well, we'll do them in a minute.
No, let's do them now.
Let's do them now.
He
better than you.
I told you he keeps moving. He doesn't follow the script, Charlie.
He knows the format better. Charlie, you are an impressive individual. So,
We'd have you as a host, but it's a bit far to drag you every week.
So you are
Just a
right,
bit.
Charlie. Each week, I dispense wisdom like a candy
Beyond your
machine.
years.
Like,
Beyond your years.
beyond my years.
Yeah.
And so it's a bit of Tom's top tips.
It's Tom's top tips.
And coming into 2023,
Yeah.
people need some wisdom. People need some advice. People need some inspiration. So, Charlie, have you got some? Have you got any? What have you got over there, mate?
My hot tip.
Go on. Wait,
Yeah.
wait. What could it be? What could Charlie? It's Tom's top tips. Alan's awful advice. What could Charlie's
What was
be?
the name you made up before
Charlie's
the podcast?
content.
No, that's shocking,
That's-
Rev. Go home. Go home.
Content.
Stick to wonky donkey, mate.
I think that's the best thing
I
for
know.
us to do.
I've used all my mental energy
Yeah.
doing that because
That's
you
all right.
contributed nothing. Mate.
Yeah.
What could we have? Put it instead of Tom's top tips, Alan's awful advice. You throw it in the chat. What Charlie's could be.
Cheddar cheeses.
That's terrible.
That
Also,
is as well, yeah.
Alan, you're
that was
better
wor-
off to
that was
just go
worse
back to
than mine.
BGT.
I think I went with Charlie's crazy. Charlie's
Chat?
crazy's chat. Charlie's
Yeah,
crazy
something
chat.
like that.
If you can
Okay.
come up with a better
No,
one,
you know,
then
someone,
that's
Sure,
someone
there'll be
come
a
up with
better
something
one
better
than
than
them,
that, please.
Someone can
Yeah.
come up
Lord
with something.
of
Dreadful.
Lord.
Okay, can we
Oh.
get onto our hot tip soon enough? Or?
Yeah, come on, Charlie.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're dragging this out a bit now, lads.
Rescue
Come on.
us, mate.
All right.
Go on.
This is what I wrote down. Would have been at 6:12 p.m. Just the room I'm staying at, the Mighty Rev. So there are
This
more
is
than
fresh. This is hot.
This is
a fresh
a
tip.
like
bit of
revelation.
ingredients, some others, but I thought I'd just accumulate it into one big thing. It's
on.
not going to take ages. So there are more than 7 billion people in this world, and there is only one of you. There is no one else out there who is going to be like you. So I put in brackets, may as well make the best possible version of yourself. In your own way, you are capable of creating change to this world.
Wow.
Tom's
Wow.
Wow. I think he's made you redundant. I thought it was going to be 9 million bicycles in Beijing. Get one there.
So many people getting made redundant. I've been made redundant from my FPL Addicts podcast.
Yeah.
You've been made
You
redundant,
just
Tom.
smashed Tom's
No,
toes.
no, it was good. Like the apple's not
Tom,
fallen
me and
far
you
from
gonna
the
have to
tree.
Because he's
but,
your lad, innit?
but exactly. But Charlie, that was top. It's
Charlie.
so good. But I've still feel like I've got a bit of wisdom.
Go for it.
Is that all right?
Of course it is. Yeah, of course.
Let's just check what people's got.
Get
of
out
course.
impression.
Charlie's
Yeah,
chatty
of course.
chat. Charlie's cheerful advice. Charlie's magic mullet. I love that. Charlie's magic mullet. All the C's.
We
so
haven't
it's
had
gotta
a
be all the
nugget of the
Cs.
week, have we?
I know someone said Emma said that as well.
Not
We've
yet.
given up on nugget of the week. We've given up on planning. That's what we've given up on. We planned previously. We've given up on planning now. Charlie's comfort advice. Oh, lovely, Charlie. Charlie's champion chat.
Love that.
Don't
That's
mind
good.
that.
That's the best so far, I reckon.
That is good. Charlie's
Champions
champion chat.
Yeah, whoever
New
said
contract pending from Jack. They're trying to sign you up for another season there on your fantasy podcast.
I think renegotiating your deal, Mikey,
Yeah.
is not a good time right now.
I just want everyone to know I'm looking for a new podcast. I might as well put my name out there.
Put the name out. On that.
We're just also
I didn't know there was socials, FPL socials.
Yeah, in
Did they have
Australia.
them in England?
Well, they've got fantasy
yeah.
football meets, but I just have a confession to make just while I'm next to Mike. And some of you may already know this,
Confess, my child.
but we didn't actually end up playing World Cup fantasy.
No,
No.
we didn't.
Nah, we didn't.
I
We
didn't.
thought about it, but the game is only there once every 4
Yeah,
years.
it's rubbish.
So, yeah, there you go.
is.
I don't play that. I wouldn't play that.
I wouldn't play
No,
that.
you did the right
you're
thing.
In, you're in the
You
right
did the
thing.
right
Love that, don't you, Rev?
Oh,
Bless
man.
you, my child.
Yeah.
Thanks for your confession.
Mullet Master. Yeah, that's good as well. David Hitching is in.
Yes,
And saying,
he's
well
one.
done, Charlie. Uncle David.
Uncle David.
Yes, he's
You're
my
right,
Uncle
Dave.
David.
My bro.
All right, Uncle
Nice to
Dave.
see you, mate. Very good. And my
Tom's top tip.
is
Yeah, come on.
prepare yourself.
Wow. Okay.
Where is it? Yeah, here we go. In 2023,
Yeah.
that's the current year.
Is it?
Is it?
Changed years.
Okay.
It was 2022, 2023.
I thought it was 1995 when Everton last won a trophy.
Charlie, I'm not going to lie to you. You probably just blew the wall there. Lad.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
The mighty Rev's gone to the bar
He's
early.
gone.
Yeah,
He's gone.
He's gone.
What's going on?
No.
Mikey's took his clothes off.
Mikey,
It looks like Mikey, doesn't it?
Get
Stand
dressed
next to
on
it,
this
look.
podcast as
Stand next to
well.
it, look.
get dressed, Mikey. So, we need some Tom's top tips now.
We definitely
Go
need
for
some.
2023.
Yeah.
Each of us has begun a new book,
Yeah.
which is called Opportunity,
Okay.
and the first chapter is called Today.
Today.
Where's the rest of it?
We used to get new books
good.
in school.
So can I just...
But it hasn't hit Charlie yet.
No.
Wait
Yeah,
for
I
it.
just want to
He's
talk about
stunned.
today.
Go on. What happened?
Today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you. There you go. Carry on.
Charlie does this on
now.
our podcast as well. He just breaks out into songs.
I was going to say, someone,
time.
Jack did say he was surprised it took you that long to sing. But
Yeah.
that has been,
Tom's top tips. It's Tom's top tips.
and Charlie's champion chat, a bonus, like a bonus. So it's come to that point.
Yeah.
We've had a great night.
We have.
We've had a fantastic time. And I would love to be able to welcome Charlie to the bar again.
Yeah.
But if the story goes well, you will be there.
Get him on the wall, lad.
We'll get you on the wall. We'll throw you up there. You'll
Yeah.
be there for life.
For life.
If the story goes badly and the people speak,
You're bad,
you'd
lad.
get barred.
Yeah.
And I would, at that point, I would have to blank you in the street.
We'd have to throw you out. Never talk to you again.
We couldn't.
like,
talk.
like you've
We
done his
couldn't.
entire life, Dad.
Yeah. Normal service would resume.
Back to your usual
No
relationship.
birthday cards,
No
nothing.
presents, no
nothing,
cards.
nothing.
Yeah.
No.
Complete silence.
That's all right.
I want to welcome you into the family, Charlie, but it is
The only international import you have to this date.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll pass on over to you, mate, and we will let you tell your story.
Sure. So this has been going worldwide for the last few months, and if I'm
Okay.
going to say it as it is, I don't mind talking about it. But there's this clip where I appeared on television on the 2nd of July. But before we show it, I've got to start from the very beginning, and it started on, it would have been Saturday the 25th of June. I think the date would have been from last year. So I'm watching this Saturday night footy show, and usually on Saturday nights I kick back to watch a footy, or the majority of the time I'm out there going to the games because it's very accessible to go to two stadiums in my state. So
And by footy, you mean
Aussie rules, yes. So if you're here for the soccer chat, guys, you're more than welcome to leave the live stream now. So because there's two interstate games being played, it's not going out to watch a footy, so I watch it from home. I think I must have had a nap. And then I watched this show
The
called Best,
detail is impressive.
Yeah.
Come on.
called Best on Ground.
Don't rush, just more detail.
And then sort of in the back end of that
What time
show,
was your nap?
I would have gone from 7:45 till 9:41.
Well done. Okay.
Thank you.
41.
Precise.
Yeah, well, I remember I had to ask her a cup of tea as soon as I got up because it gets you up and going,
Yeah.
Creature
regardless
of
what
habit.
time of the day it is.
Yeah.
So I watched the back end of a Fox footy show called Best on Ground, and they put in the little bar, which shows you the email on how to apply to go in the audience. It was audience at foxfooty.com.au. So
Just in case anyone.
If anyone else wants to apply,
at 10:47 p.m., I chucked him an email saying, "Hey, I've just noticed there's two interstate games on. Is there any spots for me to go in the audience for next Saturday night show?" And funnily enough, they get back to me on the Sunday morning. And in case you want to know the time, it would have been roughly 8:56 a.m. And I said, and then I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll get 2 tickets, no worries." And I go with one of my close friends, and we go on the night, and it ended to be fabulous. We got there.
This feels like. Do you remember Big Brother? It was like 8:72.
Yeah.
8:72.
8:53 a.m. Charlie's going to the show.
I had to do a COVID test. I knew the entrance of this building because I went to watch another show. It was called Bounce, which is more of a light-hearted Sunday night show within the same building. So we do a COVID test. We wait 15 minutes, get our results.
Like
then
this
we
story.
go into the waiting room where they show the Saturday night games, and you just get all these sorts of drinks, alcoholic, soft drinks, and just a little bit of nibblies. And then within the last 5 minutes of the Saturday night game, we go into the audience and all of that. So we watch the show, and it's all going well. And then it would have been on the third ad break, the show producer, his name would have been Ben. But not just a show producer, he's also the hype man for the audience.
Yeah.
And then he notices my mullet, and then he's saying to the crowd, give it a round of applause, and then everyone does.
Well, at this point, do you reckon we roll the clip? Because that's where we
Or
are in the
I can
story.
talk about the fourth ad, and this is where one of the
go on.
hosts on the
right.
show
Yeah.
Go on.
noticed me, and he walked from a complete other side of the stage, walked around all the way outside of the audience, and how the audience shape was formatted on the evening. And he introduced himself. So, hi, my name's Tony Armstrong. Nice to meet you. I really love your mullet, and tonight I'm going to give you the 3 votes. Now, how the voting system worked, it's similar to our highest accolade medal in the Brownlow medal. Well, it's 3 votes, 2 votes, and 1 vote.
Okay.
So I did that on the evening. And he said to me, I'm going to give you the 3 votes.
Oh,
And
is that
once-
is that good or bad?
Yeah, it's good. So I was best on ground that night. And what's the show called? Best on ground.
Yeah.
There you have it. So, and he said, once we give you the 3 votes, I want you to stand up from your chair.
Okay.
So that's what happened once I went back on air. But the on the spot element was them calling me up on stage.
Let's have a look. Let's take a look, shall we, Charlie?
Took it seriously, and I think there's never been a better mullet than I've ever seen than my man Charlie down there. So let's give it up for Charlie. Yeah, with a mullet. 3 votes. I mean, it's bigger than better, that thing. We don't have anything for you, but rapturous applause.
I think that needs to come up into the
Actually,
light.
yeah. Come up in the light. Yeah. Come up.
Yeah.
We need to see it. We need to see it. That
Yeah.
is, yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, now back to me.
Jump in here. Jump
Anyway,
in
back to me,
So
guys.
good, Charles.
My segment's done.
How long have you
Do we
been
watch
working
more?
on it? That is luxuriant. That's
Watch it
magnificent.
also.
It's just bouncy to touch.
I'd say halfway through 2019.
Right, that's
Oh, that's actually quite some time.
a good considered clip.
That's pre-COVID.
Yeah, it is pre-COVID. But usually it'd be a lot longer, but I've got a really bad habit of twisting my hair.
Right.
That's why it slowly gets chopped off.
Well, it looks magnificent, mate. You sit right there as we go to Sports Bet with Daniel Parisi.
Hey, I love it.
Yeah.
Give us a little twirl of the hair, little curl.
Love it.
So good, so good. Right, well, we need the
need
votes.
it, yeah,
we need people's votes. So at home, would
Are we
you
going
let
to
us
use
know?
Charlie's voting system with the 3, 2, and the 1?
3, 2. I think we should.
3 is your best on ground, 2 second best, 1 third best.
So if it's only a 3 if he's getting in, 2
Yeah.
won't do it.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys. This is your podcast, not
Put your
me.
3s.
So 3 if he's in,
3 in
1
your
or a
comments.
2 if he's
Yeah,
not.
1
gonna
if
be
he's
in.
not. 1
Let's
if
have
he's
a little look.
Let's
Let's have a look. What's going
here.
on? Here we go.
They'll be saying Waller first, won't they?
Defo Nugget of the week for Charlie. Joyce wants you to be Nugget of the week as well. For Charlie, boom, drop the mic since 1995.
You know what? That is Nuggets of the week.
Nuggets of the week.
He is Nuggets of the week as well.
He's smashed it.
Wow.
Ray says Charlie wants his name on the Wonder Wall.
Oh,
It's good that, Charlie.
That's good. I like that.
That's
Yeah.
good. That is good.
Could today be the day?
It could be.
Yeah.
Good today. Oh,
Gonna throw
see
back
what
to
you did
Yeah,
there.
By
see,
now,
come
you
on,
should
Sal.
somehow realise what you got to do.
I'm
Yeah.
going to walk out of more 1995 jokes.
Oh, Ray says Charlie has a remarkable sense of timing. Let's have a look and see.
Don't forget.
What?
Go on the wall.
On the wall.
Don't forget,
Oh.
Mikey took him to an Everton game.
We get to the.
We'll
why?
finish with that bit. But
We'll
carry
finish
on.
with
Let's
that.
get Savies on the wall first.
Hang on. There's a 3 on the wall from Miriam. Hang
Yeah.
on. Ray saying, is that a Man United scarf?
I said that.
Can we just
apparently
clear that
it wasn't
up? Is that a Man? It's not a Man United scarf, is it? That what you were wearing?
in the clip.
No, it's St Kilda Football Club.
All
See,
right,
it's
okay.
not a Man
It's
United
safe.
scarf.
It's
Otherwise, we
safe.
wouldn't have been having this vote today.
3 from Karen, 3 Mikey. On the wall says Emma. Ray says in that case 3.
Is Mikey
Janet
commenting
3.
from
Joyce
here?
3. He's commenting from here. He's multitasking.
On the wall.
Jack wants him home.
Jack Gillis.
Jack wants you home. So he's saying, oh no, he's giving you a 3. On the wall from Laura. Definitely a 3 and a 5-game loan, says Harry. 3 for Crocodile Dundee, says Auntie.
Crocodiles.
And Tao's voted 1, but
You
she
call that a vote? This is a vote.
Tao just wants to see someone barred, but
Yeah.
even she wants you to be in, Charlie. So you're in. You're on the
Yeah.
wall.
You're on the wall,
Yes,
Charlie.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame, lad.
Thank you. Oh,
Immortal.
Here we go. Forever on the wall. Let's have a
sorry, just before you get on, it's just another quick story. So I was on the way here, and I had a bowl of curry in a container, and Laura, Mike's partner, has already spotted the curry stain on my shirt. Not impressed.
That's our fault, I'm afraid.
I was wondering where that was going for a little bit there, but
Yeah.
Even with the curry stain, you're in, Charlie. You're in.
yeah.
So
Beautiful.
let me think. Where's Charlie going to go?
Where is he?
Maybe right down to the bottom because he is in the southern hemisphere.
Oh,
In Australasia.
There we go. Australasia.
Oceania.
This is a geographic membership wall. So
Yeah.
we'll put Charlie right down here.
Yeah, just where Australia would be if it was on a map. Because he's representing.
Do you have in in an Australian map? Is Australia in the middle, or are you all the way to the edge? Have you?
are you talking about Melbourne, where I'm from?
No,
As in, like, on a world map.
world map.
Like,
Everyone we
is
look at,
like,
Britain's
so, like,
right in the middle.
UK's
Oh,
there,
no,
but, like,
ours is sort of
You're
in
off
the
to
bottom.
in the
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
So
bottom
you don't
right.
even put yourself in there.
It's kind of like if you were playing Risk
Yeah.
and it was Australasia.
So the lads travels 24 hours on a plane.
Yeah.
Get here. He's been here, and Mikey takes him to see Everton versus Brighton.
Now, I have to say,
How was that for you?
yeah, look, I was sending a couple.
Trust me, it was worse for me than it was for him.
Yeah, I was saying to my family that I witnessed a murder, and then they say, "Are you joking or what?" And then I said, "Yeah, Everton got murdered on their own backyard."
They proper did. It was a bad one. That mate.
Very good.
I'm never
very
taking
good.
Charlie to Goodison again. He's a curse.
He's the jinx.
But then we've been bad for a while. so
Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure
don't
it's
think
this
Charlie's
man's
the
fault.
problem. I do not
Yeah,
think Charlie's
he
the
really
problem.
isn't.
The
Yeah.
people are pleased you're on the wall, Charlie. I'm
Yeah.
pleased you're on the
Deserved.
wall. We could all do with some hair tips from Charlie. That's what
Yeah.
Debbie's saying. I
That's what it
couldn't.
should have been.
I agree. I agree. Well, we're done, aren't we?
We're getting to that place.
We've
where
got
we-
a little bit of notices.
Little bit
Few
of notices. Yeah, the comedy course. Don't forget the comedy course. We could do with another 1 or 2
12th
people
of
signing
January.
up. 12th of Jan.
If you'd like to learn how to do stand-up comedy
Tom,
from a
you should.
professional, what are you saying?
Tom
I'm
should
not,
do it.
Tom
shouldn't he?
should do it.
I'm
I
not
definitely
teaching it.
should
I
do
said
it.
I
Guys,
won't teach it.
can
I
we
won't
get
teach it,
a
not again.
hashtag Tom join the comedy course in the
Oh.
chat?
That hashtag
I reckon he
feels
should
a
do it.
little bit complicated to catch on.
Yeah,
truly.
so we'll be checking up on those who've said they're going to do it. 5 people have said they're going to do it.
Laura's doing it.
They might pull out this
No,
week.
don't
That's
pull
what
out.
tends to happen. But
Laura's definitely doing it.
So
Laura's definitely
we
doing
want that to happen. We need 6 really to get it to go. So we
right.
could do it at least one more person, Tom.
We're getting.
So yeah, comedy course 12th of January. What
Come on,
else have
Tom,
we got?
Make
We've
your
got a
son
couple.
proud.
We've also got.
Make your son proud. Charlie's only just met you, and he already thinks you're hilarious.
He does. Well, yeah, no need. So there's also
Yeah.
we've recorded a couple of pre-records. We've recorded a couple of pre-records.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Makes sense. So we've done a couple. We've got a few. We've got Steve Legg. Already people, that one's got, we've leaked that one. We said Steve Legg was going on and people are like, when's it happening? So
And
we'll
we,
get Steve.
and we didn't put it up.
We didn't put it out.
No.
We'll get
We're just
Steve Legg,
teasing
Steve Legg out there shortly. Chris Duffett. We've got another
Yeah.
one, Carl Beach, coming up shortly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
look out. There's loads of content.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or whatever,
Follow us, like
follow
us,
like us.
subscribe, whatever it is.
We tick, we talk,
Yeah.
we do all
Share.
of the
We
things.
do it. We
Share.
gram.
Mikey.
Emphasize it enough.
We
Share
gram.
is
Yeah.
the biggest, bestest thing
Is
that
it?
you can do.
So even at the end of the
Yeah.
episode, if you could give this a little share as we sign off, it's
Yeah.
just gonna get
It helps.
Finnegan's out there.
Yeah.
Give it a little
Because it's in
boost.
Australia now. Finnegan's in Australia.
Yeah.
The internationally acclaimed
International-
Yeah.
Wednesday night
At Finnegan's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a
And
ring
he's-
to it, that.
Charlie's got mates now that want to be on the wall.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did they? I don't know if they're that
Yeah.
fussed.
I mean, I'm not sure what's more preposterous, that they want to be on the wall or that Charlie has mates.
Charlie.
That's good. I like that. That's a ripper.
That is good. So
Very good, very good.
We're
Is that
done, aren't
sign?
we? Are you going to do it?
No.
You never do.
No, I don't
That was
touch.
good. I
Oh,
love that.
we're calling time on this.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you so much for joining
Yeah.
us tonight. Charlie, one of the best guests ever.
Yeah.
Please
Thank
come
you.
back to
Yeah.
this country if
Sure.
you're allowed. We'd love to see you if you can get past
Immigration.
We'd love to see you again, mate. No, thank you, honestly, and thanks for
Very
sharing.
welcome.
Yeah, sharing.
Thanks
this.
so much for having me on. I had an absolute blast.
Oh, you're a
legend.
star. You're a star. God
Legend.
bless you. And
Yeah.
thank you so much to everyone. We'll be back next Wednesday
Yeah.
for another episode.
Yeah.
Wednesday night at Finnegan's.
Who have we got booked?
What
What date is it? The
Claire
11th?
Morgan's.
Claire Morgan's.
We've booked
Morgan's.
ahead. Claire Morgan's. If
She's
you're
on next
watching,
week.
this is just a reminder.
Yeah.
Hopefully we firmed up that
she's
date.
all right, eh?
She'd
I
be
know
great.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
we've got
used,
No,
Claire.
she's defo great.
she used to employ you, didn't she, Mikey?
She did much for her sins. She
Did
had to
she
put up
sack
with
you,
me every
Mikey?
week.
Did she sack you?
No.
Oh, wow. Even
We'll
though-
find the real story
We'll
out
find
next
the
week.
real story next
Yeah.
week. So come and join us for another episode next week. Take care.